Hey, what is up? What a fight. What a war. These guys really battled it out. They went back and forth. They were really beating the crap out of each other pretty damn good. Robbie Lawler versus Rory MacDonald. One of the fights that's really going to solidify 189 as one of the best fights of the year. Robbie Lawler and Rory MacDonald really were overshadowed by the fact of the main event being Conor McGregor beating Jose Aldo, turned into Mendez. But, basically no one was really paying attention to this fight, even though, Rory MacDonald and Robbie Lawler, they put up a great fight just a few years ago. And, this time it's going to be for the championship, the biggest pot of gold there is. It was a good one. Robbie Lawler versus Rory MacDonald, of course, is for the welterweight championship. The fans' vote before the fight went down was 54% of the fans thought that Lawler was going to get this correct. I believe in the last night's Q&A with Meltzer and Alvarez, both thought that Rory MacDonald was going to be the guy who pulled this out. This is a rematch from 2013 at UFC 167. These guys had to overcome the fact that it seemed like nobody cared about this fight. Like I was saying just a minute ago, there's so much buzz about the main event that this, welterweight championship match really didn't get the kind of coverage that a fight would have. They just got to go in. They got to go in there and, get ready for this fight. And both of these guys came in great shape. Before this fight happened, when Rory MacDonald was making his way down to the ring, they were stressing the fact that he went pro at 20 years old. He started fighting at 14 when he quit all other forms of sports to chase his championship dream of going to UFC. He was hoping to win a championship within his 5 years of fighting, and at 25, it just didn't come up to be tonight. Robbie Lawler came into the championship. He won this from Johnny Hendricks at UFC 181 by decision. A great fight. As this fight went on, of course, the Dublin fans that were in the back were really chanting Ole for this one, really getting behind Rory MacDonald. This fight had a lot of mutual respect from both of the fighters. The first round really had not much, a whole lot of anything, just guys sort of feeling each other out every once in a while, throwing a punch, throwing a kick. But for a guy that, doesn't watch a lot of UFC, a guy that, is sort of new into watching this stuff, I'm sure that an older fan would think that the first few rounds of this fight were just great and spectacular. I really didn't see a whole lot of much of anything going on, just a whole lot of feeling each other out with some kicks to the body, kicks to the legs. The first round was a whole lot of nothing. The guys in the second round, you can hear from the corner, were yelling, measure, measure, measure. They measured enough. It's time to fight. This is for the championship. Let's get it on. In the second round, we saw Rory MacDonald get his nose blown up by a combo punch from Robbie Lawler, straight to the nose. Blood just started pouring out of it like crazy. MacDonald was real fast with his power shots, but just wasn't able to land them in the second round. Robbie Lawler went to the corner. It's pretty obvious that he had won round number 2. Who knows what happened in round number 1? Nobody really did a whole lot of anything. In the third round, Robbie Lawler took Rory MacDonald down. Lots of more blows to the face, getting him a cut over the eyebrow, where even more blood was pouring out of his face. Rory didn't give up in the third. Basically he came out. MacDonald hit a big head kick, and Robbie was in a lot of trouble. I'm mostly used to the non-main events being 3-round fights. So the last 30 seconds of this, with Robbie Lawler being up against the cage, I thought he was really trying to save himself by the bell to not lose this championship. But Robbie was in a whole lot of trouble. Once he was saved by the bell, Robbie really didn't know where he was. He was very wobbly. It looked like he was going to walk into the wrong corner. His corner man had to go into the octagon and grab him and bring him into the corner. More head kicks by MacDonald in the next round by really taking over. The head kick would seem like there was no way in the world Robbie Lawler found a way to stop this. That was basically the fourth round as they were going at it. Robbie got tired though, and you can definitely tell that Rory was big time. He was just a bloody mess. Robbie's corner was thinking that he had won the fight and going out for the championship 5th round, and that's what happened. Robbie went out there. He basically got Rory tired, and he knocked him out. So it was a knockout in the 5th round. It ends your decision. Robbie Lawler keeps his championship. Rory MacDonald puts up a dang good fight. A lot of respect for this fighter, but today was not his day to win the welterweight championship. That's just about it from 189. Main event coming up next. Conor McGregor versus Mendez. This is what we all paid for.